Mathematics, the language of life, and mathematical biology, the science of decoding it. At this very moment, countless biological processes are taking place inside your body. Your heart never stops beating, your cells are constantly dividing, and your immune cells are fighting off bacteria and viruses that enter your body. What if we could use mathematics to explain and predict these complex processes of life? Today, we live in an age when we can create virtual models of the real world using computers. Engineers perform virtual crash tests before building a car, and architects check whether a building is safe before it is constructed. The same is true in the life sciences. Scientists are actively developing ways to recreate and study the human body and the progression of diseases in digital environments. The field that uses mathematics to describe and analyze biological phenomena is called mathematical biology. Have you ever read the novel The Maze Runner, which was later made into a movie? It tells the story of teenagers who have lost their memories and try to escape from a giant maze. The story also includes experiments to create an antibody against a mutated virus. Although the story is fictional, we recently experienced something similar when COVID-19 spread rapidly around the world. No one knows what new diseases may appear in the future. So, how do scientists study new diseases? They cannot simply release a virus and see what happens, nor can they give newly developed medicines to people without proper testing. Research involving human life and health faces many limitations because of safety and ethical concerns. This is where mathematics shows its true power. Instead of relying entirely on real-world experiments, mathematical biology recreates biological processes inside a computer. Scientists first identify the important factors in a process they want to study, such as the progression of a disease or the growth of cells, and turn them into variables. Then, they use data collected from experiments and observations to build mathematical equations. This process of representing reality with mathematics is called mathematical modeling. Once a model has been created, a computer can perform thousands or even millions of virtual experiments. Without putting real patients at risk, scientists can predict how quickly a virus might spread, how changing the dosage of a drug could affect its effectiveness, or how a particular gene might influence a disease. Of course, no model can predict every result with perfect accuracy. However, it can reveal which factors have the greatest influence and under what conditions the risks become greater. As more data become available, the models become more sophisticated, and their predictions become increasingly accurate. Mathematical biology also plays an important role in personalized medicine. Even when two people have the same disease, their physical conditions and genetic information may be different, so the most effective treatment may also differ. For example, doctors use medical imaging techniques such as MRI to determine the location and size of tumors. However, imaging alone may not detect microscopic cancer cells that are too small to be seen. By combining a patient's test results with mathematical models, scientists can predict what cannot be seen and develop more accurate treatment plans. Mathematical biology is not a field that any one expert can study alone. Mathematicians build equations and models, biologists explain living systems, and doctors analyze the conditions of patients. Computer scientists develop programs that perform complex calculations. Only when experts from different fields work together can we gradually uncover the secrets of life. A surprisingly wide range of mathematics is used in this field. Statistics helps organize enormous amounts of data and uncover meaningful information. Algebra provides ways to describe the patterns and structures of living systems mathematically. Differential calculus explains how living things change over time, while integral calculus helps us combine those changes to predict the future. In numerical analysis, which uses computers to solve complex equations, matrices and calculus play essential roles. Many students think that matrices and calculus are simply difficult topics that they study for tests. In reality, they are essential tools for research that saves lives, develops new medicines, predicts epidemics, and creates personalized treatments. Mathematics is not simply a subject for finding answers. It is a language that helps us understand the hidden principles of life, predict a future that has not yet happened, and discover better ways to treat disease. Using statistics to identify problems, algebra to describe the structure of life, and calculus to analyze change shows us a completely different side of mathematics through the field of mathematical biology. Think about it for a moment. One day, the breakthrough that cures one of humanity's most difficult diseases may begin not with a brilliant doctor, but with a mathematician who discovers a new mathematical formula.